Hey guys, I have my mic back, and I have a long train ride, so I figured I would talk to you about some Virgin Voyages cruises. And so I earlier today I was talking about some of the new offerings that they have. Normally they do 80% off on the second sailor, and I think they took that away just for a little bit. And so now the new offer is 70% off on the second sailor, and they have different voyages that they're offering that for. And so I mentioned that in the first one, but earlier today I was looking through the website, and I don't think I ever spoke about the Alaska cruises. So I wanted to just share a little bit of that with you. And so I'm just going to be reading from the website. So it says Alaska is the land of the midnight sun, and it's calling out for you, which I think is kind of cute. So they have a lot of 2026 voyages that you can start to keep in mind. And they start both in Alaska and in Canada. So you can choose where you want to jump on the ship. So there are some videos on the website that you can take a look at. Oh, excuse me. They start in Seattle and Vancouver, not Alaska and Canada. But those are that's where they go to. So I see one here for just say 4 grand. Brilliant lady from Seattle. So let me open it up and then see what else it says about that one sailing. So you can do a 7 night round trip sailing from Seattle. You get to experience the landscape, culture, and the locals. So it's a 7 night cruise on the Mermaiden Voyage. That's the name of the ship. And it sails from Seattle. And you spend a day sailing. And then you go to Alaska. I can't pronounce the name of this place in Alaska. I'm just going to spell it Ketchikan. Ketchikan. I'll have to look that up just so that somebody can correct me also. And then from there, you dock in Verdant, Sitka, followed by a day voyaging from Tracy Arm Fjord. And then next, you go to Prince Rupert in British Columbia, and then finally back to Seattle. So 7 days on that one. And yeah, so Brilliant Lady, Seattle, Mermaidian, 7 nights. Um, I have to find out what Mermaidian is because the name of the ship is actually Brilliant Lady. So there's a lot going on this one, so I should confirm that. But you would start this trip in Seattle, and it leaves the city at 4. They want you to be on board 2 hours before departure. That's worse than like an international flight where they close boarding an hour before. So 2 hours before departure. Day 2 is all cruising through Alaska. Day 3, you get to be on land from 9 to 5. So day 3 and day 4, you get to explore different regions of Alaska for the day. Day 5, you're also on land. Actually, no, day 5, you're sailing. And then day 6, you're on land in British Columbia for most of the day, 10 to 6. And then day 7, you're back sailing to Washington in Seattle. So it's cute. I like on the website how they have the maps laid out. So I'd encourage you to go to the website. You know what I should do? I should put my link um, directly on here. Next time I do a live of Virgin, that's what I'll do. Because one thing that they do with travel professionals, you can have your own Virgin Voyages website. So they give you like your own link, your own booking link, which is nice because sometimes people like you to do the booking for them, and then other people like to do bookings on their own. So if you just give them your own personal link, then they can just do it for themselves. You know, some people like that. sense of discreetness when they travel. So I think that's a good option that Virgin Voyages gives us as travel professionals, where you can just give your clients your link, and then they can just browse. So next time I do a live, I'll probably do that. Instead of just saying Virgin Voyages cruises, I'll put my link there so you can take a look and browse.
Next station, America Plaza.
Okay, so I'm just going to read a few of the highlights that they have here for the different things that they highlight for the cruise. When you're going through Alaska, you could do the Inside Passage. And so it looks like it is just an area of glaciers, which is really pretty. So it's spanning from Washington to the Gulf of Alaska. The Inside Passage is a gateway to all things Alaska. That's what they say. But it looks like you pass a lot of glaciers on that route. And I think that's probably the reason why they go through there. And I really think this place is called Ketchikan, Alaska. So it says immerse yourself in the 17 million acre Tongrass National Forest and the national Alaska culture felt anywhere else. And the photos are also really pretty for that one. So again, I would encourage you to take a look at the website. You can see how they market the places. They do a really good job. And Sitka, Alaska, they say connects with the natural landscapes, raging waterfalls, crystalline lakes, and more wildlife that you could ever imagine. But Alaska is known for that. If people like fishing, I don't think cruising is not the way to go and experience fishing there. But I know people do a lot of trips to Alaska just to experience fishing in the waters there. You can go and hunt for not hunt bears, but go to actually see the bears in their natural habitat. Like I know people love to go there for that. And even as far as like some of the restaurants that are there, they make it a point to like grow their own food and the lands around like where they build their restaurants. Um, I don't remember when I did this, but I highlighted maybe in one of my golf and travel insight videos had highlighted this one chef, like the family owned a really cool piece of property, and they've had this restaurant for years. And like people would just go there just be honestly because of the history of the place, but also because of like the way that they present their food. Like definitely like farm to table. They grow everything right there on the property, and they give you a really cool tour when you go there as well. So you get a look at like all the landscape, the greenery around there, and then you get to have dinner with them. So it's like they have their own way of doing things, but it seems to like really work for the people who want to travel there. Again, this is a Virgin Voyage sailing 7-day cruise from Seattle to Alaska, and there's so many more. So I'm just highlighting some of the deals that Alaska has going on right now, and this one is the 70% off of the second sailor. So normally they have an 80% off the second sailor, and I think maybe they just like took it away seasonally, because normally the second sailor does get to earn a benefit when they travel with you. And maybe I should confirm because maybe it was like 50% off for the second sailor. So I'll do my part to confirm that. But right now, the offer that they have is 70% off the second sailor. So I think it does.
Next station,
It makes it fun. So you don't have to go alone, and then the person going with you feels like they get a deal also, right? Okay, and then the next stop that you would see, or like the next attraction on that cruise, is the Tracy Arm Fjord. So you're cruising past it, but I'm sure it's a beautiful opportunity for photos, right? Instead of just water, you get to see some landscape as well. So they say it's around 30 miles long. The Tracy Arm Fjord offers a world of natural creations from cascading waterfalls. Ooh, imagine seeing waterfalls when you're cruising. Crystalline waters and bobbing with giant blue icebergs. That sounds beautiful. So I haven't done a cruise up there as yet, but just like the way that they present it, that definitely sounds amazing. And then finally, you end up in Prince Rupert in British Columbia. And what they say is it's a wonderland of wildlife. Of course, like the whole region is just so lush. Like that's what people go there for. So, a wonderland of wildlife, adventure, and indigenous history nestled on the wild coast of the Canadian northwestern country. So, those are the highlights from the. It's the Brilliant Lady Seattle Mermaidian. It's a 7 night round trip sailing from Seattle, and yeah, I think this. I would say just this one will run you about 4 grand for the first person, and then 70% off for the second person. Um, but I will find some more and share that. I'm gonna do several of these, but I'll just keep it really short. So Helene at Gift of Travel, you have my contact information, and again, like these are gonna come and go. Like they have so many deals all the time. So if you miss one, don't worry about it. There'll be a next one. But I just get so many of the updates in my inbox, so I'm just sharing it with you guys so you have an idea of what's available for when you're ready to start sailing with us. Okay? So I'm going to end this one and then I will catch you on another. And I'll probably repost on my timeline so that it's there for when you want to check it out again. But I'm going to find another one and I will share those highlights also. Okay, see you guys soon. Helene at Gift of Travel. And this was a Brilliant Lady Seattle Mermaidian highlight for Virgin Voyages. Take care.